Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with TWT. Now if you aren't aware, my page did get taken down again, so we've moved to a backup page which is TWT 3.0 and our new backup is TWT 4.5. So please make sure to follow both of them so if the same thing happens again, you won't have to miss out on any of the posts. Now if you don't know what TWT is, basically it's a real life gossip girl of the Instamum community. You see something you think is gossip worthy and you send it to me and I post it anonymously and you get a minion free space to voice your opinions freely. Today's video is actually going to be a countdown video of the top 10 moments that Crystal has made posts regarding her children or pregnancies that people have not agreed with. These are all posts made by Crystal in 2020. And I also want to give a shout out to the Manual Junior page, as I have used some posts from their page so I didn't have to scroll back 10 years on my own phone. And also the 5 ladies that worked together to put these in order from best to worst. They did it so quick and they had so many great opinions on each of the topics. With that being said, let's start at number 10. Christian roughhousing Lainey in the pool. When this was first posted, there were some split opinions. While at the time there were comments it was a little rough and thought that Lainey seemed a little distressed when she came up from the water, and that this is the reason why she redirected the play with her brother and requested to play something else. But most people were unbothered by the video and said that they roughhouse as kids too, and they believed the poor reaction to the video was really just because Lainey is a girl, and that if this was done with the boys, people would never see fault in it. Number 9. Lainey's Barbie dolls in the bath. So basically, Crystal talks about how Lainey is having a bit of a bad day, and so she suggests to her that maybe she should have a bath with her Barbie dolls. When Lainey leaves the bath, according to Crystal, her Barbie dolls were left like this. A couple of people were a little concerned about the placement of Ken and Barbie, but we have to remember that Lainey was in the bath with the dolls after all, so that was her reasoning for them having no clothes on. Should the dolls have been clothed, I doubt anyone would even bat an eyelid. Others thought it seemed like a classic Caitlin Flagger post, who is often accused of setting up scenarios and turning them into stories that she believes are worthy of going viral. Number 8. Crystal talking about postpartum sex and calling people prudes. Now, while yes, we do know where babies come from, it's not really something we declare to thousands of followers, is it?
Don't be a prude, we all know where babies come from.
And now, generally the 6-week rule, regardless of your method of delivery, is a recommendation from doctors to make sure that you are healed completely and to avoid infection. Now, I think when you're an influencer, it's very important to be mindful of things that you say publicly. And this definitely wouldn't be the last irresponsible thing Crystal would post on her story. Anyone care for some hydrogen peroxide in their vagina? Number 7. Crystal shows a video of a laptop she brought Brayden with teeth marks in it and tells her followers he's been chewing on it.
Or unfair, I'll say. The fact that my kids act bad, so I have to punish them. And I'm not talking like spanking and stuff. I'm like, example, Brayden. I just got him a new laptop for his birthday. $200. He chewed on it. You probably can't see with this filter. But he chewed. I'm on a laptop. Okay, so I have to ground him now from the laptop. So he's moping around. He's all sad because he doesn't have quiet hours when everyone else does. So then I gotta go to bed feeling like a shit parent, guilty that I'm punishing my child who's going through a pandemic. Like, why can't they just listen and think smart? It's not fair. It's not fair that we gotta feel bad because they make bad choices.
She talks about mum guilt for having to punish him for doing it. She said this isn't about spanking, but rather missing out on things the others get. And I think the main problem people had with this post was the fact that she was airing out Brayden's private issues on Instagram. She could have easily spoken about mum guilt without having to show the world his laptop and the fact he'd been chewing on it. A lot of people put it down to the lack of attention he receives and that these behavioural issues she speaks of are more of a lack of supervision and direction. Number 6. When she posted a picture of Archer in the bath, telling her followers that Archer's umbilical hernia was not his Scooby-Doo. Okay, for starters, as she said previously, we all know where babies come from, and most of us can tell the difference between a penis and an umbilical hernia. But what people were mainly very unimpressed with was the fact she referred to it as a Scooby-Doo. Now, I've heard a lot of names for a penis, but this is not one of them. A lot of followers could not stress enough the importance of using the correct term for a children's anatomy. If your child was to ever suffer sexual abuse, they can disclose this information accurately. Pet names can cast doubt on what actually took place, and also if your child begins to use pet names for their genitals, this would be a huge red flag for grooming or abuse that could be taking place. Number 5. When she locked herself outside with her baby inside and made a video about it while still locked outside.
I'm so pissed off right now. Oh, I stuck these on a towel outside to dry because I didn't want to blow dry them. I wanted the sun to dry them. And it started raining, okay? Not a big deal. Ran outside to get them and somehow fucking locked myself out. Oh my god. So now I can get in the front door, thank the Lord, because it's a keypad, like numbers. But it's fucking pouring. And my baby is inside. And I have no shoes on. And it's like really far. Awesome.
So it would be a totally funny story had her child not been on the other side of the door. Sure, Archer may have been napping in his bed or securely strapped in his bouncer, but let's face it, if you're a mum and this happens, you usually go into panic mode and your brain goes to the worst case scenario. I probably would have smashed the window because I'm extra, and the thing that would have been the last on my mind would be to make a video. There's always time to do that once you're back inside your home. So this girl must live with her phone glued in her hand.
It's okay.
A, B, C.
What are you singing to her? People get arrested for this, Mitchell. You're breaking the window!
Emergency assistance, this is Trina.
Well, we locked our baby in the car and people are judging us.
I swear to God, I'm gonna break it!
Do not break the window, you'll get glass on her.
Sir, please tell your wife to relax. Everything is going to be okay.
That's a man.
Really?
No.
Number 4. Stage photos of the kids having a lesson about racism after Crystal was called out by multiple accounts for being silent during Black Lives Matter. During the Black Lives Matter protest, Crystal chose not to speak out regarding her position. A lot of followers questioned her or why she had remained silent, and Crystal addressed it with a post in her story saying she chooses not to talk about controversial topics, adding that she doesn't enjoy controversy and that's how her page would remain. This was not received well at all. A mutual follower of Juliana and Crystal's actually brought it up on Juliana's live, and Juliana made a point to call Crystal out publicly and declare that she was blocking Crystal. However, it seems that this was purely for show because Juliana is right back on Crystal's page smooching her ass. But I'm sure it got her the followers that she was looking for. Another page called Black Lives Matter Period decided to also call Crystal out for being another white woman with a huge platform who chose to stay silent, telling their followers to go over and comment on her account. Now I'm guessing that Crystal couldn't keep up with deleting the comments because she went into overdrive, posting about Black Lives Matter and honestly gave out an impression that she was trying way too hard and that the only reason that she was now posting was because she had a lot of damage control to do. One of the posts, of course, was a picture of her supposedly talking to her kids about racism, and while the intentions were innocent, they came across to her followers as staged and very forced.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly.
Damage control video where she referred to Trey as being a difficult child.
And we did that video yesterday where we pointed at the kid that matched what the person was saying. Did it hurt your feelings? No. No? Because we still love you, right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to do one for us too, huh? Yes. Yes. Say, we know you're difficult, but that's why God made you extra cute, right? Yeah. And you're still loved the same. Are you gonna put me in a nursing home? Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a home where old people go because you don't want to take care of me. Are you gonna put me there?
No.
Or are you gonna take care of me?
Thank you.
Are you gonna take care of me? Are you gonna wipe my butt?
No.
But I wipe your butt. Not fair. So you are gonna put me in a nursing home.
Now, you will get to see the actual TikTok video she was referring to as it came in as number 2. But basically, after Crystal posted a TikTok challenge and her followers were big mad, she decided the best way to resolve the matter would be to do a damage control video with Trey to show her followers that Trey was fine with the game. However, some felt that the video did come across as if she'd coached Trey before recording, and then during the video while talking to Trey, she refers to him as being difficult, which made matters worse. Number 2, the TikTok video that portrayed Trey to be a difficult child.
Who is the loudest? Who is the baddest? Who is the most caring? Who is the sneakiest? Who's the cleanest? Who's the messiest? Who gets in trouble the most? Who has the worst attitude? Who's the funniest? Who eats the most? Who will be the last to leave the house after they are grown? Who will put us in a nursing home?
So obviously it was supposed to be a fun video for a TikTok challenge, but unfortunately it turned out to be a bit of a roast Trey video. Pretty much all the negative traits they pointed to Trey, and many of Crystal's followers said that Trey appeared hurt and confused, judging by his face on the video. But is he not the cutest little guy ever? Number 1, posting a video of Trey being vulnerable shortly after her and Matt split, and just a warning, this video might be distressing to watch. Now this was an old video that I don't believe was posted at the time it was taken, and there are 2 problems that people had with this. Number 1 is, why are you filming your child who's clearly distressed and needs your love and understanding? And 2, why would you put this on social media when it's such a vulnerable moment for your child? Sometimes respecting boundaries is far more important than being relatable on social media. Either way, it was not received well by her followers. So that's all for today's video. Once again, thanks to the ladies who worked together to put this in order. If you want to take part in one of these, please make sure to keep an eye out for my Helpers Wanted post, and I'll catch you guys on Instagram at TWT 3.0.